everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. So in today's video I'm going to be getting into some of the new releases from E.L.F. So I have both of the new bite-size eyeshadow palettes. I have Hey Sunshine and Psychedelic Dreams. And I'm creating this eye look with the Psychedelic Dreams palette. If you want to see Hey Sunshine, I will be doing that one very soon, but I swatch both of them for you. We do a deep dive into the formulas and then I create this look. So if you want to see how I created this and what I think of the eyeshadow palettes, then just keep on watching. So obviously I already have the rest of my makeup on. The star of this video is going to be the eyeshadow palettes. These two new eyeshadow palettes from E.L.F. So if you don't know, E.L.F. came out with a new collection of products and these were the eyeshadow palettes to go along with them. They also brought out a lip balm and a brush set, like an eye brush trio, and a cleansing cloud, they call it, in the shape of a little happy smiley face. So I am very excited to try this out as well. But first we need to get some makeup on our face. So these are the eyeshadow palettes. First one here, this is called Hey Sunshine, and these are obviously like the same size as the bite-size palettes that we all know and love from E.L.F. So this shade here, this really bright, almost like neon lemon shade. It's a really interesting shade, this one. It's not straight up yellow. It has sort of like a neon greeny undertone. It's really pretty. This is a shimmer. Then this one is almost like a satin finish. It has a really small amount of shimmer in it, but it's not as shimmery as this first one. And then these two are mattes. So I think if you're not necessarily into a lot of colour, this could be a really great one to pick up because you have those neutral shades that you'll definitely use. And then you can just play around a little bit with a little bit of colour, but I'm definitely drawn to this second one. So this is called Psychedelic Dreams, and that's what these colours look like. So this is a matte shade here, this almost like tan terracotta-y sort of shade. Then this one is like a duochrome. I haven't swatched any of these shades yet, but I'll be really interested to see what this one is like. Then this green is just one of their normal, I assume one of their normal shimmer shades. Really pretty, really vibrant, interesting shade. And then if you don't know, then welcome. My name is Millie and I am obsessed with teal. So obviously I had to pick up this shade, and that one is a matte. So let me just swatch both of these on the back of my hand and I will show you what they look like swatched. Okay, so the top row here is the Hey Sunshine palette, and then the bottom row is the Psychedelic Dreams. And as always, I am not disappointed. Honestly, the E.L.F. formulas are so great. Like the mattes are so pigmented. This tealy blue shade, I honestly could have like carried on swatching that right round the other side of my hand. There's so much pigment to the mattes. The shimmers are so reflective. I hope that that's showing up on camera as reflective as it is in real life. They are so shiny, but they don't look chunky. They don't look at all like chunky glittery, especially these two, which were the first two in the pans. So foiled and so reflective, so pretty. And I'm also really impressed with that like yellowy shade, which was in the Hello Sunshine, that yellow one there. So pigmented, and on the skin it doesn't actually look glittery. It just looks like a matte, but in the pan it looks slightly glittery. So I'm interested to see how that would go on the eyes. However, I'm definitely using this Psychedelic Dream one. That teal shade is calling my name. And I think what I'm going to do is quite a simple sort of halo eye. I will zoom in so you can see what I'm doing, but I think what I want to do is put this teal shade on the very inner corner and the very outer corner, then this shimmery green down the middle, blend out the edges with the tan shade, and then somehow incorporate this glitter into it as well somehow. But let's zoom you in and let's try and create some sort of eye look. So I'm going to go in with a flat, very small packing brush, and I'm going to dip into that teal shade. Now obviously I've already done the rest of my base, so I'm going to try and avoid the fallout as much as possible, so I'm not going to load up too much on there, but I'm just going to look down into a mirror and tap this on the inner corner. That pigment, oh, there is some fallout. I'm hoping it will brush away fairly easily, but I'm just going to press this onto the inner corner and also the outer corner. So the fallout did just brush away with my setting brush, thankfully. So I already love that colour. I know it looks like garbage right now, but I love that colour. It's building up really nicely, so I've managed to get a little bit more intensity in the colour where I've layered it up again, but blended out, so you could use more of like a fluffy brush and get a really light wash of colour, and it would be more of that like turquoisey, tealy colour, but you can also build it up to be much darker, which I really like. So now I'm going to go in with more of a fluffy brush, and I'm going to dip into that tan shade. I'm really going to tap that off because that looks quite dusty in the air, and I'm going to just buff over the outer edge of all of this, but I'm also going to go across this middle section here just to join those two colours together above the crease. Okay, so once I'm happy with all of how that is blended out, which I am, I'm going to go in, and I think I'm going to just use my finger to apply that glittery green. So I'm going to just swirl into that with my finger and apply it down that bare section. Can you see how intense that is? Oh my gosh, that's incredible. I mean, we all know that I love green at the best of times, but wow, that colour is beautiful. So I'm just tapping that into those matte shades that we've already got down. I wasn't thinking I would want too much of this, but now that I see that, I'm like, yeah, just drown me in that green. So once I've got that down, I'm just going in with that same really small fluffy brush. I've got some of that green on there, and I just want to blend it in a little bit with the teal that's surrounding it. I don't actually want this green to go too high. Sometimes when I do a sort of halo eye, the lighter colour that I put down the middle, sometimes I take it like right up to the eyebrow, but I want that to be really precise just on the lid. But I am just blending it in with the teal shade that's already down. Just really small tapping motions, just with a really little bit of that green on my brush. Yeah, that looks so cool, doesn't it? Like just that pop of green right down the middle. So I think I'm going to just smudge the teal shade under the eyes a little bit. I will just use, what brush shall I use? I'll use that same packing brush. I just want a little bit of this. I will just show you in the pan if it will focus. Yeah, you can see like how powdery that matte shade is, that teal one, but for this level of pigment I don't mind if something is a little bit powdery. This looks incredible. So I've put that teal shade down sort of close up to the lash line, and then I'll go in with that small fluffy brush into the tan shade, and I will just buff over the very edge of that just to blend it in to my skin a little bit more and to just smoke it out a little bit. Then I definitely want some of that green on the lower lash line as well. I can't get over that colour, it looks incredible. So I'm just taking that same small flat brush, dipping into the green a little bit. So I've just got a tiny little bit, I say a tiny little bit, that will be enough. And I'm going to tap that onto this bare section under the eye here. I'm just smudging this along into that teal so that you really get that gradient along the lower lash line. I really hope it's coming up on camera how incredible that green is. I am absolutely thrilled. I'm so happy with how they are sitting together, how that's all meshing together, how it's all blending. I think that looks absolutely incredible. I've never had a problem blending the E.L.F eyeshadows before. They are some of my absolute favourite formulas, and especially, I can't remember how much this one was, but the regular bite-sized ones are like £4. Bargain. So I think what I will do, just to finish this look off with that same flat shader brush, so I've only used 2 brushes for this whole look. I'm just going to go into this shade here with this same very small flat brush, and I'm going to just tap this onto the inner corner. I'm just going to join that up on the lower lash line as well, onto that green shimmer that we've already got down there. So that is all of the colours down. I might just fiddle around with this for a little minute, put on some mascara, and then I'll be right back. So this is the eye look done with mascara on. I just intensified the colour of the teal on the inner corner and the outer corner just a tiny little bit, blended it out a little bit, and then put on the mascara. So let me know what you think. I'm going to do a whole video on the other bite-size palette, the Hello Sunshine one, because I am so into this yellow shade that I feel like it needs its own moment. So if you want to see that, you can subscribe down below. If you have picked up anything from the new E.L.F Good Vibes Only range, then do let me know. Let me know what you think of this one if you have picked it up. Let me know if I have convinced you that you also need it in your collection, because I'm so glad that I have it now. Obviously these are my colours. These are the colours that I absolutely love, the greens and the teals and the blues. I absolutely love it. I know that it's not for everybody, so maybe the other palette would be more your style. Let me know, if you were to pick one or the other, which one would it be for you? But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye!